Those who talk about treason, there's no treason on the table ahead of the treason of hijacking our sovereignty. And those who swear to defend and uphold that constitution are committing treason against all of us. Those who sit in the National Assembly talking about amendment of a constitution we have not made, they are committing treason against the rest of us. And the owners of the sovereignties that are confiscated by this constitution are entitled to recover their sovereignty, since it is a forgery. The constitution of 1999, the constitution of Nigeria, is a forgery, a fraud. You put my signature on a document I've never discussed with you as the authorization for my damnation. You say I'm the one that submitted my land to your union. You say I'm the one that agreed on the terms of the union. Oh, having firmly and solemnly resolved to live in unity together. It's a lie. Then you turn around to say, accordingly, we make and give unto ourselves the following control. These are all lies. So when Nina says that union of Nigeria, based on all these lies, go back to the preamble and read all the lies there. That is what we are talking about. There is nothing else that is of any interest to any of us until those lies are resolved. And how do you resolve them? You must identify the owners of the sovereignties that you have confiscated by that constitution. The Yoruba as Yoruba in Yoruba land. The Ijaw as Ijaw in Ijaw land. The Igbo as Igbo in Igbo land. The thief as thief in thief land. The Berom as Berom in Berom land. The Igala as Igala in Igala land. The Edo as Edo in Edo land. That is the only time the Fulani will have to show everybody where their Fulani land is in this entity we call Nigeria. If they cannot, that is when they have to look around and see who they can piggyback on, who they can come to the table with to discuss. Otherwise, what you find is that sovereignty, in case you did not know, Nigeria did not fall from the sky. Nigeria is a union of peoples. If our union agreement had been overtaken by the brigandage of one section and those who join to hold it, to suck the blood of others, then the owners of those sovereignties are at liberty to take back their sovereignty. There is something called self-determination. That right to self-determination is inalienable. It's not something that depends on you agreeing with me. It is something that accrues to me as long as I am a distinct nationality on my census space. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you as an expert in that field of knowledge. I'm telling you as one who have gone to the UN at its highest levels, not at the level of Amina Mohammed Secretariat, people. The UN at the level of the Security Council, at the level of the Trusteeship Council, at the level of those who have to decide. And nobody's waiting for them to come to organize us. We're only saying that the instruments of the UN that define what has to happen are already clearly spelled out. It is up to us. It's like fundamental human right. If your right is breached, it is up to you to enforce it. If because the right is there, you now fold your arms, they will throw you from prison to prison. But if that right is there, and you now stand up to say, no, you can't do this because that right is there, 95% of the time, you are likely to get out of that situation. That's exactly how it is with the peoples of Nigeria today. Their sovereignty have been confiscated by brigandage, and the remedy that is available to them today is called the right to self-determination. The Constitution of the Unitary Constitution of Nigeria was made in negation, in confiscation of that right, because it is their exclusive right to make the constitution by which they federate. So if you throw away what they agreed upon in Lancaster House and you impose the one that Murtala Mohammed and his co-murderers imposed on all of us, and you think you're going to build your edifice of Nigeria, that's why Nigeria is at the bottom on the global stage. If you think you are going to build on that foundation and it will become Nigeria the Great, that is why let the rest of Africa hear it. The reason Nigeria is disgracing the black man all over the world is because the Constitution of Nigeria is a fraud. Everything that you see happening in Nigeria is mandated by that Constitution. Those who suffer from it have a right to remove themselves, to recover their sovereignty and carry on with their lives outside the union of death that Unitary Nigeria has become for them.